For short, we call it Go Green. Go Green, baby. What this program is about is energy. If you're going to have energy, you have to understand that there's a delicate balance in your body called the acid-alkaline balance. And I'm sure many of you have heard the term pH many times in your life. But usually you might hear it about a hair product or something of that nature, unless you were studying your body a little bit. But just as your body has to regulate its temperature, ideally at what temperature? 98.6, right? Too much variance either way of that, it affects your health, doesn't it? Your natural body temperature going there. You get up to 104, you got some real serious problems. Well, as important as your body temperature is, not the external temperature, but the body temperature that you're able to maintain consistently, there's another number that's equally important, maybe even more, and that is the acid-alkaline balance within your body. The pH balance, as it's called. And there's a scale that measures how acidic to how alkaline any substance or environment is. And that scale's right here in front of you, and you can see that scale goes basically from 0, which is burning holes through something, to 14, which is very alkaline. 7 is neutral. Now, all the different parts of your body have a different need for acid or alkalinity, but the vast majority, and the most important one, the blood, has to be slightly alkaline. Slightly alkaline. Now, that alkalinity is 7.36, and much variance from that, and you got some challenges in your blood. Now, you can measure that directly with tests, but you can also measure your urine, or you can also measure your saliva. They're not as totally accurate as the blood is, but they're things you can easily do. Once you start seeing your pattern, you're going to know what's going on. And if you're in a position where your blood or your urine, saliva is the least accurate, is moving you into the acid stage, you know that your body is starting to break down. Now, when we say acid pH, when you hear that term, acid pH or alkaline pH, technically all it really means is when you're looking at atoms, you've got neutrons, you've got protons, and you've got electrons. All you got to know is when it's acid, it's saturated with protons. When it's alkaline, there's lots of electrons, and those electrons have the impact of creating an environment which oxygen can be very rich. They also are that alkaline environment is what makes those red blood cells have a negative charge that makes them bounce off of each other so they don't stick together, so they flow through your body and you get the oxygen that you need. Also, it's very difficult in a highly oxygenated environment, a non-acid environment, for microorganisms to grow in mass. They stay checked, they stay balanced when you're fully oxygenated. But when your bloodstream gets acid, it's like putting out the pollution and wondering why the rats show up. So alkalinity has got to be a major focus, and it's very easy to get yourself to stay alkaline, but you got to think the power of alkaline, and the short term for the effort of that is go green. If you're overweight, how many of you here have worked out really hard but still can't seem to get those last 10 or 15 pounds or 5 pounds away? How many have had this experience? Raise your hand. Say I. A lot of people say, oh, it's my metabolism. Well, that would be true to some extent, but a lot of people work out like crazy. They still don't seem to be getting the result. When your body is extremely acidic, you don't get as much oxygen. When you don't get as much oxygen, everything slows down, including the metabolism, even though you're working out. In addition, as you work out, if you work out hard and you're working out in an anaerobic way, you're building even more what? Who knows? Even more acid. So a lot of people are actually, the body then says, wait a second, we got to retain more water here to protect it, and we got to get these acids away from the critical organs of the body, so we're going to retain fat, put it in the fat until the body has time and has enough energy again where we can push it in the bloodstream and excrete it again. We can get rid of these wastes. So fat actually protects you. A lot of people, by the way, are in much worse shape when they're skinny than when they're fat, when they're toxic, because the people that are overweight very often have more of a buffer to deal with some of those acids.
Who here is absolutely, totally, completely addicted to pizza? You could swallow 2 or 3 of them right now. Nothing can stop you from pizza. That's how much you want it. A total addiction to pizza. If you have that addiction, stand up so I can see it. All right, hold it. All right, how about this gentleman right here? Come on down, sir. Give him a hand. Come on down. This is Bill. Give him a hand. It's Bill. First point is you got to recognize where you are currently about the task at hand, whether it's running, whether it's pizza, anything. So you're going to assign a numeric value to your experience. You're going to say on a scale from -10 to what? +10, where are you? So we'll say to you, on a scale, Bill, from -10 to +10, where are you around eating pizza? +10. Is it just +10 or is it above +10?
+12.
+12. Is that about accurate?
Yeah.
+12. Okay? So then, most people never decide in advance the level of quality, pleasure, joy, excitement, or even pain that they're committed to experiencing to a given task in advance. So the second step is to consciously describe what feelings you want to experience while doing a particular activity. The third step is to decide and quantify. You say, I'm going to give it this quality, I'm going to make it a level 10 experience, 9, whatever. The fourth step to the right here is you're going to ask yourself the question, what conditions must I create inside myself or the environment in order to experience this at a level of quality, at level whatever? Okay? What do I need to focus on, appreciate, what do I need to do with the task in order to change how I feel about it? What we'll do here with Bill is we will ask him where he is, and we'll get him to move things for us and tell us what he has to do to change it on the scale. So, Bill, if you imagine this is our scale from -10 to +12. We'll have to add 2 more here for Bill. Okay, so +12. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put his pizza in front of him, and he'll describe for us a little bit what are some of the qualities that he needs. So, Bill, here is a pizza, sausage pizza.
Well, first off, I don't eat sausage or pepperoni.
You don't eat sausage or pepperoni?
I love the cheese and the other aspects of the pizza.
Cheese pizza. What's your level of desire for this pizza?
Right now, it's only a 10.
It's only a 10. It's only a 10.
Okay. It's not really warm.
Not really warm. Well, imagine it warm.
10.
10. Imagine it getting warmer.
Can imagine some mushrooms on it.
Okay, imagine some mushrooms on it.
Maybe a 12.
To 12. So imagine with mushrooms on it, warm.
Mm-hmm. Some dried tomatoes.
Some dried tomatoes. Mm-hmm. Dried tomatoes, mushrooms, cheese, melted cheese. Dripping with cheese.
Dripping with cheese.
Dripping with cheese.
Extra cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese. What's your level of desire at that level now?
About 15.
About 15. Okay, so extra cheese, does that help him get in that state? So let's write down, what does he do to get it higher? Write it down on your little sheet here. To get even higher, what does he do? He adds in his mind that it's really hot. He adds in his mind that it's got mushrooms. And to get to 15, he puts on extra what? Cheese. Look at his face when he even says it. Look at his face. Cheese. And sun-dried tomatoes, thank you. Now, think about this pizza now, and I want you to take this pizza, if you would, and put it down, if you would, to level 8. Go ahead and hold it with the other hand. Level 8. Tell me, what do you got to do to make it level 8? Plus 8.
It's not really, it wouldn't be warm.
It'd be warm.
And maybe it's just cheese pizza or...
Oh, I gotta give you, I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong one, didn't I?
Yeah.
There we go.
If it wasn't really warm, if it was just slightly above room temperature, maybe it'd be an 8.
Slightly above room temperature, which is about what that one is. Okay, so that's an 8. Bring it down to a 3.
It'd have pepperoni and sausage on it.
Okay. Hold both of them there. It looks more attractive when he's got more. Did you see his face? Oh.
I still want to drop it.
Okay, that's fine, no problem. So make it a 3, and it's got sausage on it, because you don't eat sausage or pepperoni. Because after all, you're one of those guys that has a pizza and a light beer.
I don't drink beer either.
Oh, okay, you don't drink beer either. Do you have a soft drink? Diet Coke.
Before the seminar. Before
I understand. I'm not on your case. I'm your buddy. But isn't that what we all do? It's not just him. Yeah, give me a big extra cheese pizza and a light Coke. Okay, it's a sausage. Make it a 0. What you should be noticing is not just what he says. Do you see the change in his head? Do you see a change in his breathing? His facial expressions? Is he in the same state? Yes or no? Is he even close? Where is it now, 0 to 10? 0. So 0 is it's been sitting out for an hour. Make it -3.
It's pepperoni and sausage, and it's been sitting out for an hour, and the grease is kind of coming out of the meat.
The grease is coming out of the meat. Can you picture that? Mm-hmm. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what if it was a cheese pizza, but it's still -3? And it had also mushrooms on it, and it also had extra cheese, but it's still -3. And it even had tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, but it's -3. How do you do that?
It's been sitting out for a while.
How long?
A couple hours.
How do you know when you look at it?
It's kind of glazed over. I guess the sugars come out from the cheese on top. It's kind of glazed over, maybe hard.
It's getting hard. The sugar is glazed over on top. Anything else that makes it a -3?
Well, that'd be it.
Okay. Make it a -7.
I can smell the meat kind of rotting a little bit.
Smell the meat rotting. Smell the meat rotting a little bit. Where is it now?
-7.
It's at -7. Bring it down to -9. But it has no meat. It's -9. It has mushrooms. It has extra cheese. It has sun-dried tomatoes, and it's -9.
Kind of fighting the urge because I'd be smelling the rancid smell of cheese in my stomach.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Well, I don't want to throw up here. But I mean, I would get that urge.
You'll get the urge, but I won't let you throw up. Tell us when you're at -9. You won't throw up till we put you at -11. We won't take you that far. But you'll be real close. Tell us where you are now.
-8.
-8. Take it to -9. What are you focusing on? Take it to -9.
The smell.
Smell of what?
Like the cheese, rotting cheese.
Rotting, rancid cheese. Can you see what it looks like, too? And smell it?
I couldn't even look at it.
Can't even look at it. Go ahead and look at it while you say that. Look at it. Think pizza. That's it. Just look at it. Think pizza. Tell me when you're at -9. Imagine mushrooms, extra cheese. Mushrooms, extra cheese, pizza. That's it. Mushrooms, extra cheese, pizza. That's it. Mushrooms, extra cheese, pizza. Where are you right now? Scale from 0 to 10. Mushrooms, extra cheese, pizza. Smelling the rancid smell. Look at the pizza when you think about it also. See it and smell it. That's it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. That's it, that's it. Mushroom, extra cheese, smell it. Smell the rancid smell. That's it. Smell the rancid smell. That's it. Smell it. Smell it. There it is. Smell the cheese. You can smell it. That's it. Smell the extra cheese. That's it. Smell it. Extra cheese. I'd like some extra rancid cheese. Where are you? 0 to 10, right? -10 right now.
-9.
-9, -10. Don't go to -11. Don't go to -11. Okay. You want some?
No, I don't want it.
So does that look like a fun and hopefully valuable tool?